1895. Elaine looked at Cynthia dumbfounded, and blurted out unbelievably, "What are you talking about? This check is worth 100 million. Seeing her surprised look, Cynthia sneered and said sarcastically, "Look at the way you have never seen the world, Citibank cash check. Haven't you seen it? For someone like you, you won't have the chance to see such a large cash check in your life." Elaine's whole expression immediately became uncertain. Cynthia thought she had completely shocked Elaine and smiled satisfied. She held the check in her hand and slapped it a few times, and smiled arrogantly. "Do you want this check? If you want, just listen to me and persuade your daughter to leave Alex." Elaine's expression suddenly became a little annoyed. Cynthia hadn't figured out how this woman's expression had changed so fast. Elaine suddenly stretched out her hand and snatched the check over, took a close look in front of her, and then angrily tore the check into pieces. Cynthia was dumbfounded. She saw Elaine tear her 100 million check into shreds, and immediately said in her heart, "It seems that I have underestimated this stinky lady." She tore the check even without hesitation. It seems that her appetite is not small. At this moment, when Cynthia saw Elaine staring at her with an extremely angry look, she gritted her teeth and said, "Okay. 100 million is too small for you, yes. As long as you obediently listen to me, let your daughter and Alex divorce, after the formalities are completed, I can give you 200 million. After all." She immediately took out the checkbook from her Hermes bag, took off the pen cap, and said coldly, "You think about it. If you want, I will write you a check now." When Cynthia said this, she thought to herself, Elaine is nothing but an old hat in a small city. Don't look at her living in a villa at Beacon Top, but she must be a stinky silk who has never seen a lot of money. $1 billion is in front of her, I don't believe she will refuse. Thinking of this, Cynthia suddenly saw a flash, and in the next second, a sharp pain came from her left cheek. Snapped. It turned out that Elaine directly raised her hand and slapped Cynthia severely. Cynthia had never been beaten in her entire life, and never dreamed that after living more than 40 years, the first slap in her life would be delivered by a scumbag. She immediately felt a burst of anger rush to her head. Staring at Elaine, she yelled hysterically, "BTCH. Are you fing crazy? Dare to beat me? Do you know who I am?" As soon as the voice fell, Elaine came up directly, kicked her in the chest, and sent her flying from the back of the sofa. Although Cynthia is not a good person, she is also an intellectual. Though she was proud and bullied others all her life, she had basically never been bullied with violence to this level. Therefore, when Elaine suddenly moved her hands, Cynthia suddenly had no resistance. After being knocked to the ground by Elaine, she struggled to get up and cursed with disheveled hair, "Elaine. Are you fing sick? I am giving you money. If you don't want it, then fine. But there's no need to hit me. Don't you fing understand the truth that a gentleman speaks but doesn't use his hands?" Elaine gritted her teeth and cursed, "What fing gentleman talks but doesn't do anything? Since you dare to give me dead man's paper money to fool me, why can't I beat you like this? I will not only beat you today, I want to kill you." Cynthia was almost blinded at the moment. She yelled hysterically, "What the hell are you doing? I gave you a cash check from Citibank. You hear me clearly, it's Citibank. Even if you've never seen the world, at least have some basic common sense." 1895.